Hello, I'm Malua Sims. I'm the Holistic Tooth Fairy, and in today's video, I want to share with you a holistic oral health technique that is particularly relevant and useful, I think, in these challenging times of the coronavirus pandemic. So, I'm going to teach you how to relax your jaw with a self massage. It's very easy and very enjoyable. But before I show you that, I just want to talk a little bit about why this is so important at this time, because the extra stress and tension, the fear and panic swirling around, even if you yourself don't feel anxious or afraid for yourself or even for anyone around you, there's we're all kind of operating in a soup of other people's emotions as well, and you can pick that up. Our mouths are very sensitive to other people's emotions, and we'll hold on to those just as firmly as they'll hold on to our own emotions. So even if you don't feel like you're consciously scared for yourself, if you've got tension in your jaw, you might be picking up on the collective fear that is so prevalent at the moment. So practicing this jaw massage is a kind of housekeeping activity, in that you should do it regularly. It's not something you do once and never again. I recommend practicing it every evening before you go to bed, and if you notice you've got a tight jaw during the day, just stop and spend a few minutes doing this massage to loosen up the tension, and then carry on with whatever you were doing. So the reason we don't want our jaws to be tense and tight at the moment, particularly when dental practices are being told to not do anything that isn't an emergency, you don't want to be breaking a tooth or chipping or cracking or losing a filling because you're grinding or clenching your teeth. It's a really common cause of those kind of traumas to teeth is from clenching and grinding. So if you keep your jaw relaxed, you're much less likely to end up in a position where you have to go and get emergency dental care, which during this pandemic is quite risky, because it's a very high risk of transmission for most dental procedures because of the type of equipment they do, and because dental clinics, while they're very good at not passing on viruses, at keeping everything clean, because so much of the risk is to do with particles in the air. This is beyond just cleaning surfaces to minimize risk. So you can use this massage to take the pressure off your teeth. It takes the pressure off your gums, stops the gums being so prone to receding, which can happen if the tooth is kind of rocking back and forth in the gum socket. It can wear down the bone that's surrounding it and contribute to gum recession. It can take the pressure off the nerve, and it's a really, really effective technique to help reduce and relieve deep toothache, particularly the kind of toothache that you do feel really deep in your jaw, that's maybe jumping around and isn't feeling really specific to one tooth. Or maybe it is specific to one tooth, but it feels like it's deep in the root. That's a nerve pain that can be relieved, at least in part, by relaxing the jaw and taking the muscle pressure off the nerves. So let's do this massage together. It's pretty simple. You'll be able to practice it on your own after I've taught you, but practice along with me now. So we start with these two fingers, and you find the TMJ joint. So that's the hinge between the upper and lower jaw. It's in front of the ear. You can feel it moving like a hinge when you open and close your mouth, and just massage into that hinge, little circles with the tips of your fingers. Now you can use as much pressure as feels good. So the aim of this massage is that it feels good. So that for some of you might be a very light touch, and for others it might feel fine to really press in hard. But you don't want to aggravate anything. So don't. This is not a deep tissue massage. This is kind of a loosening up of the muscles kind of massage. And then once you've massaged into uh, the TMJ joint, here you start taking the little circles forward, following the line of your gum through your cheek. So massaging the upper jaw just with the tips of your fingers in little circles. Now I recommend that while you're doing this massage, you're breathing through your nose, and that you're breathing nice, slow, even breaths. You're actually paying attention to your breath as you do this. This is as much a meditation practice as it is a physical massage. And being mindful of your breath and mindful of your movements as you do this will allow you to really respond to what you feel under your fingertips. So once you've gone right forward along that upper jaw and then back again with your little circles, we're going to do the same thing along the lower jaw. So massage little circles following the line of the lower gum along the lower jaw. And you can really slow it down too. So breathing through your nose, maybe close your eyes. Put your attention on your breath and on your fingertips and what your fingertips are feeling and how it feels inside your mouth underneath your fingertips. So you might notice that there are some spots that are a little bit tender or uncomfortable to massage. So you can to have a lighter touch in those spots and breathe into them. And have an attitude of relaxed curiosity. Don't get into a state of panic. Oh my goodness, I feel something tender inside my mouth. No, just like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that means. And then just keep massaging in that same gentle, slow, thoughtful way. And perhaps some useful information will bubble up through your mind as you do that. So once you've done the upper jaw, hold on, that side, the lower jaw, we're going to go under the jaw. So we use our tips of our thumbs for this. So you find the corner of your lower jawbone, that right angle, you reach in and up and do little circles with the tips of your thumbs. Now it's quite helpful to not thrust your chin out like is the natural inclination when you're reaching in under here. Just to keep your chin tucked so that you're not straining your neck as you're doing this, because the jaw muscles are connected to the neck muscles, as I'll explain more in a moment. So when you're massaging under here, you're sort of massaging the bottom of the jaw muscle, under the chin, and the top of the throat. And there's all these lymphs in here, these glands. And so they can be quite tender. So just be gentle and attentive and curious. I noticed when I was in hospital with my broken ankle and I was doing this, I was on a lot of medication for a few days and my lymphs got quite hard and tender, and I think that was part of my body just trying to cope with the medications that it wasn't used to. But they've gone back to normal now. And I'm almost walking normally again, still on crutches, but much more mobile. So the next part of the massage is going to get the tops of the jaw muscles, because the jaw muscles actually extend right up into your forehead and your temples, around your eyes. So just use our fingertips again. We're massaging little circles, little gentle delicate circles around this tender, thin skin around the eyes. This is lovely to do with a moisturizer. If you like to put cream on your face before you go to bed, you can build this into your application routine. The jaw muscles are some of the strongest muscles in the body, even stronger than like your big quads or biceps. And when you think about the hard work that the jaw does and how continuously it's moving with chewing and talking and smiling all day long, it's not surprising that these muscles are so strong. So when they get tight, it's a lot of tension because that strength of the muscle is really strong. So the tension at the top of the jaw muscle around here can be felt as headaches. And I've had people tell me that their migraines have really reduced once they started practicing this massage regularly. So you can massage your temples, your forehead. You can take it up into a little bit of a scalp massage. That can be really nice. And also think about massaging across here. So underneath your cheeks, so between your eyes and your lips, there's a whole lot of sinus cavities, a whole lot of little openings in the bone. And the roots of your upper teeth, particularly the molars, particularly in adults, the older you get, the longer and more gnarly your tooth roots get. And they can extend right up into these sinus cavities. Just doing a little bit of gentle massage, just freestyling it here across the cheeks. So we just start with our fingertips again, start in front of the ear and just take those little circles up and over. And one of the things that you can do, and you can do this right through the whole massage next time you do it, is imagine that the tips of your fingers are like spotlights and they are shining a bright diamond light of healing power in through your skin and your muscle and your tissue into the inside of your body. And imagine all the cells inside your mouth and your head, your face, your skull, all those cells, whatever's underneath your fingertips is being lit up with this bright, shining diamond light of healing coming out of your fingertips. It's a powerful thing to visualize. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe in energy work or light healing or anything like that. But just to imagine little spotlights, and each touch is like beaming healing light into your face, into your jaw, into your teeth, your gums, your head. Okay, so the jaw muscles are wrapping right around the head. They actually meet up right at the back of the neck. That notch, the occipital notch at the base of the skull where you can feel the spine going up into the skull, that's where the two sides of the jaw muscles meet, and they connect with the scalp muscles, the neck muscles, and even the top of your shoulder muscles. Excuse me. And even the top of your shoulder muscles reach right up into that spot. So that can be a very nice place to give a good rub. And you can do a bit of neck rubbing, shoulder squeezing, scalp massaging, and all of that helps to relax the jaw so that all the muscles in the upper body are all connected, and so tension in the jaw can refer into tension in the neck or shoulders and vice versa, so that that sort of thrusting forward of the neck that we get into when we're looking at devices, that can actually affect tension in the jaw as well. The hunched shoulders we get when we're anxious, that can affect tension in the jaw as well. So as I say, practice this massage daily. The best time to do it, if you're only going to do it once a day, is just before bed. But if you feel like doing it more than once a day, I think the more the better. Particularly if you know that you've got a history of clenching or grinding your teeth, and you can feel the tension building up with the external circumstances of our lives at the moment. becoming embodied as tension in your jaw. Do this lovely massage really frequently to help kind of clean out the tension and the fear, whether it's yours or from the collective. Clean it out of the tissues in your mouth, in your muscles, in your body. You don't need to be carrying that around physically. Yes, so let me know if you've got any questions, but it's pretty simple, it's very straightforward, and it's probably one of the most effective of the holistic techniques that I teach people, and I'm going to be teaching a whole lot more of these kind of home practice oral health techniques in a free workshop. So if you're watching this before the 27th of March 2020, you can come to the workshop live. If you're watching it after, you'll be able to watch the recording, but you'll need to sign up, and the link will be in the caption. So I look forward to seeing you there, and in the meantime, remember, you're the boss of your mouth.